it's preparing to live stream. So
Cool.
I feel like I should have something Christmassy on.
I have too many pieces.
Can I have one that I got to fix because I'm missing an ear?
I don't think Sir Peace-a-Lot has ever said I have too many pieces.
I don't even know what I'm doing. Well, I've cut it and I cut
Remove
it.
your title, sir.
I've got my own title now. Fiona gave me a title the other day. I'm
What is it?
Queen Scrap-a-Lot.
I like it.
That's funny.
Fun.
So you can be King Sir Peace-a-Lot and I'll be Queen Sir Scrap-a-Lot.
I like that. I'll
That's funny.
scrap a lot.
We
with
need
you.
to create some sort of
not
AI
Queen
image.
Sir Scrap-a-Lot. You'd just be Queen Scrap-a-Lot. Without the Sir, because you're not a Sir.
We
Just
should.
a queen.
We need to make new T-shirts, I think.
Oh, Fiona's here.
Just kidding. I got Jimmy John's.
Oh, look.
Everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers. Like, I only say it because as I drive home from Temple 4 days a week now, I stop at Jimmy John's at least one time a week because I haven't had it in 5 years.
Fun.
Temple the city, not the temple, right?
Temple the city. Yeah.
Well, maybe it is a temple.
Maybe there's a temple in Temple. Oh, my friend, I have a friend named Temple. Temple could go to the temple in Temple. That was it.
Hi, Chris. Okay, it is the top of the hour. It is 8:02, so we are late. So anyway, get over it. So good evening. It is December, I want to say the 8th. Is that right?
8th. Yeah.
In our country. It's the 9th other places. Welcome to another issue of our issues. So we do have a question. Going ahead, so next week would be, let me see if I can do the math. 8 plus 7 would be 15. 15 plus 7 is the 22nd.
22.
So do we want to meet on the Monday of the week of Christmas? Is that going to
It's a
throw
private
everybody
party.
off?
It's a private
I mean, we can still meet.
party.
I guess
I don't have a life, so I'll be here.
Okay. Well, we know that Fiona has no life either, so just kidding.
Oh, I thought she said no live, but I see you said no life. Same. Raise your hand if you have no life.
So we'll plan on still meeting. If you can't meet, then we'll just talk about you. I mean, you can just watch the replay. So the only update that we have to share before we get into making packages and treat things, because I thought that would be fun since I know none of us are last minute procrastinators to make things. So this will give us plenty of time. But the only update really that there's to share is free shipping starts the 10th, 11th, and 12th. So last night, Kevin almost placed a big order, and thank goodness he did not, because I would not hear the end of it. Every time there's free shipping, he places an order like the day before. So I know, crazy. He has a very
I've had a few angry faces in my team group this morning when I posted the free shipping, because they did literally place their orders yesterday.
Yeah, so
I just placed 3 today. Didn't know it.
good for you. That means you get to place more.
Yeah.
And if you need my postcode, we don't have postcode. But anyway, so free shipping is the 10th, 11th, and 12th. And it does coincide with the project of the month or product of the month. So that's kind of a win-win, I guess.
It also coordinates with the craft card making kit thing that they're doing in January. That releases tomorrow. So if you're clever, you can get your new team members and, encourage them to buy the card, what is it called? The card making retreat? The
I haven't
Like they
looked
had
yet.
the scrapbooking one, and then it's now the
Mhm.
card making one.
Okay, so I'm going to be negative. I'm never hardly ever negative, but I'm going to be negative for a minute.
Yeah, right.
I know. Okay.
Did you not read the post from earlier today?
Well, yes, but I'm not being negative in a sense. I'm just confused
Devil's advocate.
because I know a lot of people are confused, and I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. Okay, so they had the scrapbooking kit thing, the weekend, whatever, the retreat, and it went really well. All the pieces were pre-cut and ready to go. So with this one, we, as in several people that I know, assumed that it was going to be the same, that the pieces were going to be pre-cut. Well, they're not. We have to cut our own pieces. So to me, the selling point was it's all pre-cut, it's ready to go, you just put it together. Well, now I have to backtrack and tell my people you have to cut everything. You're gonna get instructions how to cut it. But to me, it seems a little pricey. And I think if it included the pre-cut things, that would be better. But what are your guys' thoughts on that?
I think that was the whole selling point of the
Uh,
other thing.
I
they were
don't believe
pre-cut?
it's too pricey. I think it's a good price actually, because you go 288. It's a suite of products. Have a look at the suite of products now that you get 2 stamp sets in
Yeah,
the mini catalog. I think it's a great price. In fact, I've got 11 now team members signed up to go away for a weekend who are going to buy that, and a couple of them are newbies, and they're going to fork out for accommodation as well for a weekend away. So we all craft and do it all together.
that's
Awesome.
fun.
Where we're all different. I think that's great. I guess we shouldn't, what is that saying? Uh, you know, assume, because I assumed that it was all going to
We're
be
waiting.
cut just because that's how the other one was. And so I don't know. That's just my thoughts. Heidi?
Aren't they also charging an extra $30 to do it? Besides the suite?
When
No,
you
it's a hundred.
purchase the
No.
product, when you purchase that thing, you're automatically in. You don't have to pay extra. It's
What
all
is the,
included.
okay, then what's the $30 one? There's something
That
for
is-
30.
Monthly
Yeah.
class.
That's the monthly class. This is the card making retreat. Like they have the
Okay.
scrapbooking retreat. It's in US, it's $165, which
Okay.
I guess it is what it is. But Melissa, you have your hand up.
Yes, I have a couple things. Before we get into the sampling and other people answer your question of what do you think, I just want to remind people in the US, the 9th, which is tomorrow, is the last day for the Paper Pumpkin Cyber Monday sale. It's also, tomorrow is the first day you can redeem your Kit DSP. It's also the release of the product of the month, which you mentioned already. And then, of course, if you want to do all of that before your free shipping kicks in on the 10th, then then you might miss out on the Cyber Monday. That was all.
So who other than Beck, because we know, is going to do the card retreat that we know
I
of?
need to look. I haven't even looked yet.
Yeah, so all of the information is there.
I see it.
So I mean, it's fine. I mean, I just wish that it was pre-cut because that was like Melissa said, like the selling point, I thought, of the
Yeah, I thought.
other. But anyway, so there's that. Brenda.
No, I said I was going to buy that.
Oh, you have your hand up.
Well, probably
It was-
because I was multitasking and you said who's going to buy it, so I raised my hand.
Oh, well, your hand's up on the screen.
Oh,
Yep.
let
That's
me
right.
lower it. There we go.
Okay.
So I kind of look at, so if you actually go into the mini catalog that's there now, for that, the lovely and beautiful suite, which has got 2 stamp sets in it, they're asking, well, for us here in Australia, it's $263.50. For the card making retreat, it's $288. You get the same quantity of product in there, and you get a free weekend and 15 card designs with it. So, as I said, I personally think it's great. I think it's a no-brainer, especially if you want your new team members that have just signed up to promote and qualify and get those points for Costa Rica to get them buying that. So yeah, I think it's good.
Melissa?
Okay, I think I'd also like to remind everybody that the price that we see that they're advertising it as is not your demonstrator price too. So
Correct.
don't forget to take that off of the on top of it thing.
I'm not saying that the price is bad. I mean, it's
Yeah.
great. I just
Yeah. I
assumed
mean,
that
we
they
were
were
all
gonna
hoping
cut,
they would
so
cut the
that's
pieces for us.
different. So there we have that. So okay. Chris
Oh, Amni was holding something up. What has Amni got there?
Oh,
I
I see
got
a
my
pin, but you need to
promotion.
hold it over. Oh, there you go.
Yay!
Good job.
very
Very
nice.
good. Congrats.
Wasn't anticipating the box or anything that it came in, and so I was slightly surprised because it's the first time I've promoted.
Cool.
So yeah, I was like, oh, okay. Yep.
Cool.
Yay!
Chris Brower.
I'm okay because I haven't paid attention to any of this and because Scott hasn't sent me an email with all of the information about it. Tell me again then this event that we just have now been speaking of for the last 10 minutes, but I've been zoning out. What is the price?
I
160.
can read it. I can read it
Yeah,
if you want.
Melissa, read it.
Okay,
Happening
it's
now, Chris. Happening
What?
now.
You're gonna
2026.
email me now, Scott?
2026 virtual card making retreat kit. Craft along with presenters and make 15 beautiful all occasion cards. You'll want to purchase the 2026 virtual card making retreat kit. Everyone that purchases a kit will receive the link to the exclusive Facebook group where the event will be live streamed. US, it's 165. Then they only list the Canadian price for us because of course that's 225. And then Beck, what is it in your place?
In Australia, it's 288, and then in New Zealand, it's 347.
And what
Okay.
does it come with?
Ordering begins on the 10th. Kits are only available while supplies last. So what it looks like it includes is stamps, dies, paper, envelopes, 2 stamp sets, embellishments, and some flip flaps and some cardstock. I just
Okay.
summarized the content.
I have
Nowhere-
completely missed the entire boat on this one.
But ordering starts on the 10th. So
So
they
what,
just announced it.
Beck, what happens if you have all of those people gathered and they don't all get a kit?
I've
Then they
told
have
them
to get
all
the
that it's
kit.
while supplies last, and if they want to do it, once again, it's a matter of urgency or they'll have FOMO.
Okay.
Mhm.
So get up at midnight.
Yeah, here's where I got kind of confused. It says nowhere in there that we have to cut the stuff in that whole description. So I almost made a fool of myself. I know, once again, I was going to ask in the leaders group, does anybody know if the stuff is pre-cut like it was? Well, then I talked to Scott, thank goodness, before I made a fool of myself. Because if you look at the Q&A, clear down, it says what to prepare for. And it says that you will get like a roadmap of
Cutting
what you need to cut.
instruction.
So again, it is a great deal. I'm not saying it's not a great deal because you're going to get the suite for that price. But when they have said it's going to be just like the cart or like the scrapbooking thing, that you would assume, because that was a big selling point. Everything was pre-cut.
Mhm.
So it's totally fine.
But
So
the scrapbooking kit was a lot dearer than that too. So you would kind of expect everything to be cut for the extra price, wouldn't you? I
I
didn't
forget,
do the
Brenda, how much
scrapbooking.
was the scrapbooking kit?
I didn't do it, so I don't know.
Brenda did.
It was
It was
like
$250.
250.
$250.
250.
Yes, I bought it.
I know
Yeah,
in
no,
our market it was like 400 and something.
yeah. Well, you're also making scrapbook pages. And it was a whole year's worth.
It was
Yeah.
12 2
So
pages.
it's a lot more that you
12,
got.
15 cards, 12 months. Yeah. Okay.
One card per
Oh.
month, plus a bonus on your birthday and a few other celebratory occasions.
You're
Oh,
stamping up anniversary.
I'm gonna stop talking. Okay. So, Chris, your hand's up. You need something else?
No, I just don't know how to put it down.
Okay. I got a new phone and I'm trying to figure out how to turn off the ringer. So I'm just gonna sit on it. Okay.
I can tell you.
Turn down
if
the
you-
volume all the way.
Well, I did.
I
But
guess
I don't-
putting it under your ring is a good way to turn it off then.
Throw it out the window would be better. Okay, so um we thought it would be fun to show some different packaging things. And so I reached out and I said, if anybody has anything, and if you have anything now, it's too late. We're not gonna, you can post them later. But so we do have uh, Sandy McManus and Chris Smith, and then Brenda, Scott, Beck, and me. We're going to show you some things. Now, this isn't like a craft along, and I said that, but it wasn't meaning like you can rewatch this. We'll tell you measurements, and then you can make them. Because with 6 of us doing it, some of us have 2 things, and so it might be a bit much. But these are all things that you can make still before Christmas if you need any gift packaging ideas, and I think you're going to enjoy them. So Brenda's going first, so we're going to spotlight Brenda. I'll tell you how the order is going to go, so that way you're ready to go. It's Brenda, then Scott, then Sandy, then Beck, then Chris Smith, and then me. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and take it away, Brenda.
All right. We are going to make a bag. So let me share my screen. Don't throw rocks at me. I'm using retired paper. I like it. It's country lace. So yes, it is way retired, but just recently, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, we're starting with 2 pieces of DSP 12 by 12. And you can't see the whole thing in my screen. So 12 by 12, we're going to lay one to the side. We are going to score it at 3 by 3 by 3 by 1. So park the dark. You don't want to cut right now. We're scoring 3.
Work the dark. That's hysterical. I've never heard that said before.
You
I
haven't
like
heard
that.
park the dark?
But how good is that to remember?
I know, right?
Yep.
See, and you guys think you're paying for just to see our pretty faces. We're giving you tips.
Well, I'm not taking credit for that one. My friend Julie Salva said that one of her demonstrator friends said that before too. So I can't take credit for it, but I like it, so I use it. And then this one is at 1. So 3 sides at 3 inches and 1 side, I'm going to turn it around because it's easier. At 1 inch. And I'm going to do that on both pages. I haven't made this one in a little bit, so we could be in for some fun. Somebody got a question? Okay. Thought I heard something. 3 by 3. If it's a really distinct pattern, you're going to want to make sure that they line up. I'm not going to be too worried about this because if my patterns don't match, I'll give it to a kid and they won't care. They just want the goodies inside, right? All right, this side you can see the score lines a little bit better. Not good, but they're there. Bad when I can't see my own score lines. I'm going to cut a little sliver off of that. It kind of miters that so that it doesn't make so much bulk in there when you go to fold it. And my snips aren't long enough. You could do all the folding before you cut it too. Whatever makes it easier for you. I'll do the other one that way. Fold this one up. The top one, that's the inch, you're going to fold it over so that it makes a little pretty contrasting color for the top of your bag. All right. And then let's just refold that one. And if you need your bag to be a little bit wider, you could adjust the width. So this one is going to get folded over. It's the 1 inch. And then we're going to fold this one up. Fold this one. That'll help us see those score lines to cut them. We're grabbing some bigger scissors. So see, there's not very many cuts on this either. Kevin, I'm not watching comments. Yep, 1 inch at the top. And now the fun part. We're going to fold that up and we're going to put some adhesive on this. I use tear and tape when I make bags. And if it helps to see you guys see somebody else do it too with a different explanation, you can Google a 12 by 12 designer series bag, stamp it up on YouTube. There are multitudes of them. Because I know that this edge and this side are uncut, that's what I'm going to make line up. Stay up in the camera. All right, there. Oops, I should have done the top of this first. Let's run a little bead of tear and tape across that. Can tell I've been helping Nelson do stuff. Give me a bead of glue. Well, so I guess a piece of tape isn't a bead, right? Because it doesn't bubble up. All right. So there's one side of our bag. Let's try not to have an avalanche. Before we get too far on this one, let's go ahead and we're going to put a little clear envelope on this side, and that's going to be our front. Make sure that flap covers. It does. We're going to take our cellophane off. That's all staticky. Eyeball it. It doesn't have to be precise. And now put your adhesive on there. That's so that you have a bag and a card already. Because you can, and you'll be able to reuse that because you can lift that up. It's like a flip flap. You can lift that up and put your card in there. All right. This one, because this is going to be the bottom. See how those flaps are right there? I want to cover those up. So this is going to be, these little flaps are going to go to the inside. And that's going to give us a little bit of extra support on our bag for the heavy goodies that we put in there, i.e. cookies and lollies and all that yummy stuff that weighs
Pineapples.
Pineapples, yep. Tootsie Rolls, the strawberries and cream.
Okay,
Ooh,
focus,
Tootsie
Brenda.
Rolls. Tootsie Rolls, that reminds me.
Reminds you of what? Oh, you got your Twizzlers?
Probably has her pineapples.
I've got Tootsie Rolls that somebody gave me in my bag.
Oh, how do you still have Tootsie Rolls left?
She's my friend. She can rationalize her chocolate. Right, Scott?
She rations
Mhm.
it.
Look, I have a package of M&Ms from backstage that I misplaced.
Ooh.
So they'll last till tonight.
Well, I was
So
going to eat them right now.
now, if I would have been smart before I put those on, I would have put my tear and tape out here. But I'm going to do it now.
It kind of looks like a designer Gucci bag.
A designer Gucci bag.
Yeah.
So I'm just,
Not
you can
that I
see where
would
that
know.
piece of tape is. Stand up there, friend. When I'm spotlighted, I can't see everybody else. That makes me sad.
We're still here.
Okay, I hear
Don't be
you.
sad. You'll be there in a minute.
It'll be somebody else, right? All right, so there it is on our sides.
Is there a reason you prefer putting it on the front piece rather than the back?
Yes, because when I slide this in like this, because this is my front, all of my seams are on the back.
Right.
So I'm going to put another piece down. I'm going to put two pieces down here. And I will tell you that be committed when you go to put your piece in there because tear and tape holds, as you all know. All right, here we go. Somebody have a question? One. I'm just going to take it off the bottom first. That way I can slide it in. Perfect.
We will have all of these projects on the page so you can see everybody's.
And then you peel it off of one side. You guys, honestly, I'm not going to say it till I get done. Because if I do say it now, it will mess up. Peel this piece of tape off. Ha, that was the easiest bag I have ever made. So all of your seams are on the back. You've got a pocket to put a card in. So just lift that little guy up. There you go.
Fancy.
Beautiful.
You could create a little hanger instead of the bag, but instead of the card envelope, but I like that better because it protects that. To close your bag, you can either put a ribbon across the top or on each side like a purse handles, or you can pinch the sides. If you wanted to, you could put a little bit of adhesive on that side. You probably want to if you're going to pinch the sides and close it like that.
Very nice.
Wonderful.
But
Most excellent.
it holds quite a bit of stuff.
Thank you. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing.
Yep. So remember, the 3 measurements are 3, 3, 3, and 1.
Cool. All right. Now we're going to hear from Scott.
Can I share? Yes.
I thought so.
All right. Mine is quick. I'm not going to show you how to do it. It's really easy. I'm just sharing a box that I did with the North Pole Delivery, the Jolly Delivery die. If you have it and haven't used it, maybe you will be inclined to use it. And if you haven't ordered it, maybe you'll order it because it's probably on sale. So this is the box that I did for Stamp Club this month, Wednesday night. And this just opens like this. And I bought you guys, I didn't eat all the chocolates. So it holds 2 little Ghirardelli chocolates. And this just folds together and feels like that. This is what the die cut looks like. And so it does everything for you, the scoring and everything. And you just have the tabs that you attach. And then to get this cut out, if you haven't seen these, it comes with the different tabs that you can use. So I use the star, but when you go to die cut it, there's a heart, and then there's just a regular circle. All you do is put this tab, it has little notches, and you just fit it right in there. And then I just used some tape on the back of this when I ran it through the machine to tape that on. And obviously it's just this piece right here. So that's what it does. So you can use the circle or the star or the heart. And then I just decorated it fairly simply. So that's all on that. And then I just wanted to share a couple of other ideas that I got from backstage. A couple of friends gave them to me. So this one, I ate the chocolate out of it, but it had like a chocolate marshmallow Santa inside. And so they used the branching out dies, and I thought that was a fun treat package. These things are like for the marshmallow Santas. I looked at them at the store. They were like 4 for $5, and I like my people, but that was a little costly for how many I needed, so I didn't want to do that. And then somebody gave me this one. It had a little chocolate on the bottom of this, but it's just a piece of cardstock that's like a long piece of cardstock that's just folded, and you can put a treat in there. So anyway, simple design to recreate. That's all I got.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I already forgot who was next. Who did I say was next?
Might have been me.
Sandy? Okay.
Sorry, you get scary, Sandy. I was not planning on being on camera. And I'll be fast because I'm not actually demoing. I just want to show, I've already shared this box on here. It is a 1-sheet, 12 by 12 sheet box. That's one idea that I have using the North Pole delivery. And we have the 8.5 by 11 version. Great. Also for a lot of gifts. And then I use the Gossamer treat bags and put chocolates in here and just made a little tag. I've got 3 ways. So I've got that. You just put a little sheet of pretty cardstock behind it and decorate it. And I guarantee these treats are stale at this point. They were made a long time ago. And a 4x4 sheet of cardstock and just make a little topper for your Gossamer treat bags. And I believe as of yesterday, these were still available.
Cool.
I don't think they're on clearance either. But those are my treat packaging ideas. Simple, easy, fast, replicatable. These are very, you can whip up a whole bunch of these and use them as stocking stuffers.
Very
That's all.
nice.
I can say the boxes that Sandy has made on here before I have done, and they are super easy and they are great
Thank
to use, especially in a team meeting. Really good.
Excellent.
Sandy, are you going to put measurements out again?
There really isn't. Oh, it's in the files on our page, I believe, for the boxes. And as far as these 4x4, I think it's also 4x4 and then just whatever to make a tag. There isn't anything complicated. I didn't want to complicate it because I shared these at a demonstrator event in the September.
And
Super.
I've asked everybody to put pictures of their stuff on too,
I
so
will.
you can see them. So that should be easy. Melissa, do you have a question or your hands up?
Yeah, I have a comment. The iridescent treat bags are still available on the website. They are not in the last chance.
That's what I remember from yesterday is that they're not
I just
last
looked
chance.
now. Mhm.
So they're available for the Valentine season then is what I take that to mean.
That's awesome. Okay, thank you, Sandy. From down under, we have Paul.
Now I got to remember how to share my other camera. Hang on.
Queen Scrap a Lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tell you what, you really should be privileged because you've got a king and a queen in this group. Remind me how to share again, Brenda. I don't do it on Zoom very often.
The green button at the bottom with the arrow that says share.
Oh, I don't need to share. I just need to change my camera. Duh.
Well, you can do that. Well, you can do it either way.
Well, there we go. I've done it, haven't I?
You
Yep.
have.
Yep.
All right. So when I was over in the good old US of A, I brought some treats back for my team that I wanted to make some packaging for. So I made a couple of different versions as such, and I'll put the measurements up for each version, but plain and simple. Which one did I do? This one here. It's for, are they called Yorks? These things.
York
This is what it was.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I bought for the team while I was over there. So I've made some treats. So I thought this would be cool because half of you are from over there anyway. So, and it's just a little box that you open up, and then you've got your little bow here, and your little Yorkie snowflake fits in there, and then you write your doodads, your essay or whatever you want to write here. So I'll show you how to make those. And there's different ones. So this is just a single pouch one that I made. There's also a skinny double pouch. So if you've got, other treats that you want to put in, say like, a Christmas elf and a cup of tea or something, you can do a double pouch one. And then I made a big banger because I drink chai lattes. So I want to be able to put a chai latte packet and a little chocolate elf in there. So this is like a bit wider. So there's a few different versions, and I'll put all the measurements up in the group, but it's just, and it makes a nice little neat packaging. So, but I'm not going to make it with that paper. I'm going to use the new, look at this, ready? Ready? Whee! So I'm going to make that for you and show you that. So what you need to start with is a couple of 6x6 sheets of paper. So I'll do a different colored. So I'm just using the gingham paper. So I'll grab that one there and maybe not that one. We'll grab a different colored one. This one here, like that. And then you grab your trimmer. So one is for the outside and one is for the inside. I'll show you how to make this big double pouch one. So, and I've got all the measurements all done in pretty pictures for you. And I've even worked it in inches for you guys over there. Like,
You're amazing.
We feel special.
I know,
As
right?
My pineapple.
Overachiever.
What can I say? All right, so I'm going to use this one for the outside. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it in. I might get the measurements wrong when I'm saying it, but I'll try and get it right. So we're going to put this one in and we're going to go at 1.5 inches. And we're going to score that at 1.5 inches. And then we're going to go 2 inches and score it again. Now this becomes the top. So you're going to flick it round so that's still at the top. And then you're going to go 2 3/4. I do have the centimeter measurements as well, but I'm not saying both of them. I'll just do the one. And then it's 3 1/4. Have I said that right? Hopefully.
Uh-huh.
All right. And then you want to get your big banger scissors and you're going to chop out this corner here, but I'm just going to flip it. So I want that to be my outside. So I'm going to chop out on those score lines that corner like so. Okay, I'm going to use this, so I'm not going to throw it away because, you know, I'm the queen of scraps. So we're going to use that. And then that bit folds over like so. So this makes the outside of our pouch, right? And then you get your corner rounder and you can just round up those little corners like that. And then this piece here, where you had that original score line on here, you're going to chop that off essentially. So you're going to put it in at 1/2 inch and you're going to chop it off. Then you're going to flip it around to your other score line that's already on there. And you're going to then score it again, but at 1 inch instead of 1/2 inch. So that's going to give you your little band that comes around to do it up. So that's a scrap, but I won't throw it. That'll go onto my little bag of scraps there. And then you're just going to get some glue. And I fold this down like that. And you're going to glue that onto the back here, like so. And then see how that wraps around. That then becomes the inside or the outside belly band. So you got, see, you get the 2 different colors of cardstock then, because you got the back and the front. So that's the outside of the pouch. And then the inside of it, I'm going to use this side here. So the inside piece is even simpler again. You're going to score it. And you notice I've used no DSP with directions, all right? Directions might, if it's directional paper, it may do your head in a little bit to try and get it the right way. But we're going to score this now at 3/4 of an inch. Then I'm going to flip that round. So that's at the top. And then I'm going to score it at 2 3/4 and 3 1/4, like that. Then I'm going to flip that around like that. So now I've got my top piece here. And I'm going to score this at 3, I think this is right, 3 7/16. I don't know if that's how you say it or not. It's
Holy moly.
8.7.
Yep, you're right.
7 centimeters. See, I'm learning. You're teaching me. All right. So then you're gonna basically fold that there like that, and you're gonna fold all the score lines in as such, like that. All right. And then I can put this away for the minute. So you're gonna take that little flap there, and you're gonna glue that down like that. And then you're gonna fold that over like that. And then your 2 little score lines that you've got here, see how it kind of makes like a little, like a gap? So that allows you to put a fatter chocolate in, because that's probably what you'll end up if you eat all the chocolates out of it. So you're going to put that in there like that. And then grab your, so I know these are old punches, but like tell me who doesn't have a 1-inch circle punch, right? You're going to grab your circle punch and you're going to punch that up the top here, just half of it. So then that'll make your little pouches. And then I just put a bit of glue in the middle here. Don't go all the way down the bottom because you want it to be open at the bottom. So you just glue from like halfway and push that together like that. So then see how that kind of makes your little, oh, fat fingers won't go in there. See, I've eaten too many chocolates. That make go in there. Once it glues together, it goes there. So then you just do that. And now to make this close, I'll just grab a bit of, is that Misty Moonlight on there? I think it is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Bit of Misty Moonlight and my ancient old 3/4 inch punch. But any of your punches will be right. Oh, look at that. Right. And then you just do a little blob of glue there and pop that on like so. And then you want to punch a hole in that, but I've only got like, the new one that's out, which is the 1/8, and I can't see that I'm punching in the middle of that. So I just use this punch here, just so I know that I'm roughly in the middle. And then, because, try and thread some thread through that little tiny punch. You're not going to get it through. So this is just to make the hole a bit bigger, because, you want your hole a bit bigger. And then I'm going to get some twine and going to just cut that, I don't know, about 25 centimeters, or I don't know how many that is in inches. What's that in inches? I don't do that one. About, 11 inches or so, 12 inches. And you tuck that through here like that. And then you get your little glue dot or tear and tape, but I prefer the little glue dots. And you sticky that down with a glue dot just to hold it there. Oh my God, I've got glue dots on my fingers, I think. Whose idea was this? All right, and then
Kevin.
glue that down when it sticks like that. And then you take your other little circle and you put all that over there, and then that sits over there and covers that yucky twine there. So that holds the top bit. And then now this is dry, I can take another bit of this, about yay long, once again, about however many inches. Grab a bit of tear and tape. I won't decorate the box, but you know how to decorate stuff. All right. And then you just put that. Now, it doesn't matter. There's no front or back to this because all your joins are on the inside. Yeah. So you just put that on one of the sides and take that off. And then just put a bit of glue all over the back of that. You want to glue that one on really well because this is what's going to hold your chocolate in. And then you're going to center that over the bottom of that flappy fold there. Oh, I could have folded that a bit better. That's a bit shit back. All right. Like that. And then once this glue's dry, you'll be able to pull that down and then you can, tie your lovely bow like that there. And then this bit here, to hold that shut, I just got these, everybody's got these Velcro dots, yeah? You just get your Velcro dot. Oh, hang on, I better, I like to round these bits here just so that they look a bit prettier. And then you get your Velcro dots, put one on there, get the male and the female one. And you stick that one on the top of there, like that. And then you just simply close your box up, like that.
Cool.
So, as I said, not hard. And then you can open it up. And then you can decorate it with whatever you want. I use the new little Lammy and put his head on a spinner. So it looks like he's a bit crazy. But, yeah, So that's me. And just before you go, I got another thing I want to show you. So I also bought these while I was over there as well. So these are the Oreo cookie. We don't have this kind of stuff over here. You guys are so lucky you get all of this good stuff over there. And I made this for my team as well, for our team Christmas party tonight. And it's got the Oreo cookies and I don't know, whatever this cream stuff is up here. But I made him into little snowmen. And I put a little hat on him. And then you've got a bit here that you could write on if you want. I didn't write on them because I've got the other things for them that I've written in. But you can do that. And then I just want to show you just quickly, not to jump on Scott's bandwagon or whatever, but you know the box that he made. I'll put the instructions up for these. It's quite simple. So the little box that Scott just showed you with the die, I've actually made the box bigger. So you can use the same die and then alter it to make that box as high as you want. Obviously it's the same, still the same width, but you can make it as high or as low as you want as the sides to go. So, and it still works with the same sort of process. You open that up like that, and then you can stick, you know, heaps of treats in it instead of just all the little flat treats that it comes with. So good selling point that we can make the boxes bigger as well. Anyway, that's me done. Clear, finished. You can take me off being big now.
Okay. We are probably going to go a little bit past 9. So if you have to leave, this is recorded. So because there's Chris Smith and then me. So Chris, you ready?
I am ready, but you got to do my hands. Do you see the one with my hands? Somewhere there. See me right here?
Yep. I'm trying to make it big.
I'm trying to work on technology there. I'll get it. Okay, so, and I don't really have to stamp mine. I can show you the process, or I already stamped it, but I can show you the process. This little box I got from, was it Julie Baca Sunny Day Stamper? And it is the cutest stinking little thing, because look at this. This belly band comes off, and then this comes up, and you make this into a little box. And I'm like going, okay, how, like I saw it, and I'm like, how the heck? And you could easily put like a little strip with sentiment either here or here if you wanted to. I did not, but I've been given these as just a little gift to my gals when they come to Stamp a Stack. So your first piece is a cardstock, and that is, I've got all the directions, 5.5 by 1.5, and you score it at 1, 1 3/4, 3 3/4, and 4.5. And then the DSP, which I made it the opposite way of that, what I wanted to go, is 6 by 2. And you can score it at 1.5, 2 1/4, 3 3/4, and 4.5. And so the biggest thing is this actually goes right in here. And you guys, it's so cool, like how it goes in here. And I found it was actually easier to do one, and I sort of pinch it because you want it like, oops, get that out of the way, right in between these score lines, and to get it right in there, and then just press that down, and then come along to the other side. She had shown it, and she had done it all at one time. I'm like going, yeah, that's not going to work for me. I can do this better. Because then when you take this down, you just bend it, and you see how it bends, and it's going to go right to your edge so that your edges are nice and even instead of being cattywampus.
That's cool. It'd be better if you had centimeter measurements too, Chris. Oh, just saying.
We'll have to work on that back. But you got the inches going on now. You got it. And then you're just
yeah, don't really.
You're going to put this on and just get it so it's, you know, you've got your wiggle room with that glue. You're going to get that. And then you're just going to put your little nuggets in there. And then this folds up again. You could put a cute little sentiment or something in there if you wanted to, or a little strip here. I just didn't because I put my sentiment on my belly band. And then for the belly band, just sort of wrap it around and take it. You have to cut a little bit off, but I'd rather, you probably could have cut it at 5.5. And then of course, if you're going to squirt really good, just without getting that glue on now, take your folds. Just make sure your paper and lines up on the sides so that you're not again, getting it crooked. And then just go ahead and wrap that. And again, hopefully you didn't get it too tight. Pop that down on there. And then this is just, I think it's a 1.5 inch circle or 1 1/4, 1.5 inch circle. And it's just easier to put a few dimensionals right on your belly band and then pop that up. And voila, that easy. I think I made about 20 of them. I was watching a movie and maybe did 20 of them in about hour and a half or so. So just really cute. And it's just something that's just like a quick thank you. And so that's one. And then I don't know if you guys have ever seen this box in a card thing. Have you guys seen these before?
Nope.
Okay. So, again, I'll put all these measurements out there, but the trickiest part is your card base. Okay. And I'll show you what I mean on that. So just a standard card base, but then you're going to put it in your trimmer. And I know I use mine upside down compared to everybody else. I don't know why. I just like that arm to come down on the bottom. So it's all preferences. What you're going to do is take this edge of your card to 2 3/4, and you take your cutting blade and you're going to set it at 6 and then come all the way down to 2.5. Once you get that one done, I actually found, then you just, you can do it from this side too, is this 3/4. So then you've got stability to your card, because I feel like sometimes when you flip it, it's a little bit harder. And again, take it 6 all the way down to the 2.5. So then you have these 2 slits here. And I went in with my scorer on the trimmer and just scored that one. And at first they're really hard to get going where you want them to. And then this one, the same. And once you get those down, you can take your bone folder and really burnish them as well. Okay. So here's the deal though. Like, you can't send this card in the mail, but you could if you flatten it down. But you're going to hand deliver this to somebody. So you could still put the card in an envelope. Okay. So, all right. So let's see. I already stamped, so I won't take too long here. You have these 2 pieces, a basic white and a DSP, that are 2.5 by 4. This one we're going to put here on the front, and I'm actually going to turn that around because you get a tag on the front. And always the decisions which way. And this is just the back side of the other one I'm using, so you really can flip these back and forth. It doesn't matter. Oops. And then we're going to use the plaid side. Just right on the bottom. And these ones, you need 2 pieces, 2 1/4 by 2 3/4. And that butts right up against the other one. So you don't have to try to get any margins or anything in there. On the inside, I took the basic white and just used the branching out to do a little bit with this Secret Sea pecan pie and the real red. And that's going to go on the inside. And then your other one is going to go down here. You guys didn't know I could do this super duper fast. How fast can you show projects? All right. So we got our part of it. All right. I'm going to lay it down. I don't know if you guys still have any of the gold Winkostella that we had, but I love it on the Christmas stuff because it just gives it more than what the just clear does. So I had some in my stash, so I took it out. I'm going to just tuck this guy in here. And then I've got 2 of these olive ones that I'm going to tuck in. And I did turn that branch upside down because it wasn't the direction that I wanted it to stay on my card. Move him in just a little bit. Now this is where you can use Scotch tape or, yep, I got Scotch tape right handy. It's just going to make it easier on the back to Scotch tape it. And then we'll pull some dimensionals on there. And then I'm just going to make the box. And the box is, do you guys ever do boxes and you feel like you can't get the lid to fit on right?
Yep.
Mine, some days I just don't get it right, but this is like pretty foolproof. So this is going to go here because we've got to move it just enough. It's hiding that seam just a little bit, but it's just enough. And I could put glue dots under there, a little bit of glue. I'm not going to worry about that for the moment. So there's your card. This one works really well and it goes together really fast. So the top, this is the top of the box. And this is a 4x4 piece of DSP. And you're just going to take that and score it at 1 inch all the way around. When you're cutting, you're doing, and the box is going to be the same, you're cutting across from you and you're putting that little wedge in. And okay, so we've got that. I feel like I'm in silence. Are you guys still there?
We're still here.
Okay, so I'm just
Here it is.
tucking these in, same thing. You can tell I've made this a few times, right? Oops, I see my other top is not staying. Nope. Got to give a little bit of, there we go. Sometimes you can set that down and put a block, just like how Becky used her punch. You can use a block in there too. Oh, tear tape. Yep. You can use tear tape. Sometimes I feel like green glue is easier sometimes. What's that? Okay, so I'm just evening up my little edge there. Now, the thing that I always tell people is you've got double here, and then you've got it here and here. So you want to make sure where it's double. So double here and double here, you're going to put those together that way. Now, you can put all kinds of candies in here. You can put, I don't know what all you could tuck in here, but it's a pretty good size box. Yeah, so it is a reduced 2, 4, 6, 8 box. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I guess you got to be around a while if you remember the 2, 4, 6, 8 boxes. But those were always a lot of fun. Was how to make a box before we had dies and templates and all these other things to be able to make it easy.
Someone's going to have to explain to us youngins the 2, 4, 6, 8 box.
Okay, so take a piece of your cardstock, and if you scored at 2, 4, 6, and 8, you got that 1/2 inch extra. So it's 2 inches all the way around, and then take the bottom and score 2 inches, and you can make that as tall or as short as you want to. Is that making any sense?
No.
Oh, that one's. So
Not really. Maybe we could do that as another thing.
yeah, there you go. So you're just doing, that's really bad. So you'd go there across here. No, 2, 4. Nope, you'd still need that. And then, yeah, we'll do it in another meeting. Sandy
Okay.
brought it up. Okay. And then this just tucks right in here. You have to be careful where your paper is for your top. So it just goes right in there. And voila, there you've got it. Your nice little box and a card. This you could also, like if you were going to gift it and you wanted it in an envelope, you can easily put this in an envelope, put that on top, like somebody's desk, a coworker, whatever, just give it to them like that. And then when they want to display it on their desk, you're just going to pop it like that. So all fun. That's what I've got for you.
Wonderful.
Okay, I'm so glad I went last because a lot of the stuff I was going to show you've already showed, which is funny. So I'm gonna hopefully go fairly quick, but I'm gonna show you. First of all, I wanted to show, let me get my camera. See if we can't see anything if I don't share my camera. Okay, I just wanted to make a point to Scott. I have the same thing, and my chocolate is still attached. So there you have it, Scott. Quick and simple.
I don't see anything. Oh,
Chocolate is still in there.
oh, whatever.
Yeah, thank you. Okay,
You
and
don't
then
even deserve that gift. Why do people give you chocolate gifts if you're not even going to eat it?
well, I don't know. But then I was going to share this, and Chris already showed this. This was from Sunny Day Stampers as well. But I noticed that my belly band goes this way, hers went up and down. And I am a little bit more advanced than Chris because I do have a word. So, so
Not a
and
competition, Kevin.
what's that?
It's not a competition.
I know, but she was saying if you were so, and I have my little chocolates in here. So
I love that little box, you guys. I'm making some for a new host this week. I will be
yeah,
making.
it is like
but
Chris said, they are very easy and simple to make, and I love that it shows both sides of our DSP. And I did like how her belly band went the other way, so that's two different things. I made these for one of my retreats, and everybody had their initial on it, so that was cool. Okay. The next thing I'm going to show you is very simple. This is a piece of cardstock cut in half. So it's at 5.5 by whatever it is.
8.5 or 4.25.
It's 5.5 by 8.5. So it's just one piece cut in half. Very simple. And then this too is a retired DSP. And I just cut this down to be 5.25 by 6.25. So it's always, I always have a hard time deciding which side I want to use. But for this project, we're actually going to use both. So I'm going to put this on here. Kevin is in the process of making 60 of these for his family Christmas, and he wanted something quick and simple. So I said, this will be probably the easiest thing. So, ta-da, like that. We're going to take our stapler and we're going to just staple it shut. No need to be too fancy. Like that. And then we're going to take this piece of DSP. It's the same size across, but it is you scored this at 2 inches, and then so this is 1 3/4. So we're gonna put this, and this is a great way to use your DSP that you might have. So that's gonna go right on here, covers up those staples. No one will even know they were there. And then you can stamp a little sentiment and then put it on here. And on Amazon, you can buy these really fun masks, and it slides right inside, and then you can give this as a gift. So we did that one, and this paper is obviously retired, and so fun with the reindeer. And then he found some that were square, and so quick, simple little thing that you can make for all your people at Christmas. Very easy.
See, I told you you have all cool snacks over there and stuff.
Well, these aren't snacks, these are facial masks.
Ah, they look like coffee powder snacks or
Well, they kind of do. I
cake snacks.
thought they were food until I opened one and it was a face mask. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you, again, has already been shown, but I have a little bit of a twist on it. I'm going to show you how to do a box. So again, I did it different than the two for the box, but this just shows simple box, right? Very easy. And the way that I did it is you can use a piece of our 6x6 DSP, and then this piece, you'll see it's not 6x6. I cut it down to, since this is the inside of the box, you can see the DSP is, 6x6. And then I just went down like an eighth of an inch all the way around. So then that way it'll fit inside. So then I scored it at 1 and an 8. And it's best to fold it first. A lot of this is repeating what everybody else has already showed. And then take your scissors. And I'm not going to do the whole thing because you've already seen this pretty much, but I do have a really cool box I'm going to show you. So this one, then you'd put the glue here and bring it up, and then you have your box. So a very simple type of a box that you can make. And then you would do the same thing with this. You cut, and then it'd be your lid. Okay. So for my class on Saturday, I wanted to be fancy, and I've never seen this done, and I hope I invented it. I don't know. But I put a shaker on the top of my box, and I was pretty excited how that turned out. So again, I just have a ribbon that's kind of like a belly band. So when you pull that off, you have your, can you see the shaker piece on here?
Yep.
Mhm.
And so then you have your candy inside. And when I cut out the tree, I just put the tree on the inside and hid this because that way you can't see where I stamped. And I got smart as I did this for the class. I had them stamp Merry Christmas on here first because it is hard to stamp Merry Christmas when you have this bubble. So, but I thought that was pretty dang cool because I've never seen, and they absolutely loved it, that having the shaker on the box. It's just something different. Another lady said what she might do is to put like, a $20 bill in here. And they're gonna have to rip it, of course, but that'd be kind of cool to put money inside that, put a gift card in here. So that is the box.
I want on
I,
her gift list.
what's that?
You said she's putting a $20 bill inside the tree and a gift card in the box. I want on her gift list.
Yeah, exactly. So I made the box bigger and I just used DSP and then made a lid. So you have a fun box, and you've already seen how to do the box. This is just bigger, and I love that. Yesterday, Kevin and I made a bunch of Christmas goodies, and we made these fun little cupcakes. And so I thought, oh, what about if I put the cupcake in the box, right? How fun would that be? Okay, well, it's kind of loose, and so I thought, well, that's not going to work. So I did my basic box again, like I made with this one. And so I put this inside. So I have like a little base. Now I probably would have done it a different color, but you get the idea. And then I took another one and I did which was the right one? Oh, gingerbread fell off. Okay.
Poor guy.
Yeah, that's the right one. So then this can go inside. So you have like a little I don't know what you call that.
Platform. You got a
But
platform and a holder.
it fits right in there. How stinking cute is that? Then you can make your lid with a window so you can see your cupcake. Oh, and the gingerbread keeps falling off. But you guys, this cupcake smells so stinking good. I just want to eat it. So I probably will. But so how fun is that? So you have your little treat inside. So I just want to show you one more thing. It's kind of like a gift that you can make very quick and simple because sometimes we need quick, simple things. If you guys have frames left over from the plants, this was the most simple thing I've ever made. I just put a piece of DSP in here. This is great because it's very has you don't need to do anything else to it. Put a piece of retired ribbon, cut out Joy, and then put a sentiment. And I just think this is pretty quick and easy. You can make tons of these fast. So, all right, that is a lot that we shared. Hopefully you learned something new. I thought this would be just a fun thing for us to do before Christmas, so you can get all kinds of different ideas. And we will, those that did little demos, thank you so much for volunteering. And if you would post your pictures, and if you do have easy instructions, you don't have to put a PDF, you don't have to put step by step, because people can go back and watch this and they can see how to make it. I was super excited that Scott showed that die, because I haven't done anything with it because I thought it was gonna be way too hard. Oh my gosh, pretty simple. So now I need to use that. And then Beck showing like the double stacker. So yeah.
Overachiever.
Well, she is, but anyway, so that's all we have for tonight. I hope that you learned something new. So let's go. Beck, anything else you want to say?
No, I've put all of the sketch challenges should be right to go up right up until the end of the year now, and then we'll start a new one next year. So it'll go back to number 1 next year. So just bear that in mind if you do use them. It'll be, I try to do them in year blocks so it makes it easier to find. So, but I will upload a PDF of them all in one group for the 2025 once we're finished with the 2025 year. So you can then download it and then, you know, do whatever you like with it, give it to your teams or whatever.
And can you also put in the instructions on how to make that box taller?
Yep.
Thank you.
Yes, I want to know that too. Scott, anything you want to share?
No, just that I want to know how to make the box taller
Maybe we should have her do that next time.
from the show off from Queen Scrap a lot.
Melissa.
I shared at the beginning. So thanks, everybody. Have a good week. Oh, okay. I lied. Alibi, please. I've been listening to a couple of podcasts while I've been in the car a lot lately. And so you may have noticed last week I shared one from Mel Robbins. And a few minutes before the meeting started today, I shared another one. So I'm finding it super helpful to kind of help your change your thinking. And what I like about her podcasts or videos, whichever you want to watch, because she's on YouTube also, is that you don't have to implement everything. You just have to do one thing. So the one I uploaded today was about changing the way you think and being positive, and how to actually be intentionally use gratitude in an intentional kind of way. And so I hope you enjoy some of that as I have been.
Thanks.
You.
Brenda, anything else you want to share?
Nope.
All right. We'll end with Brenda's quote when we're done, but thank you again, everybody. It has been just so much fun this whole year. I can't believe the year's almost over. Just sharing things and having new people join. Fiona, welcome again. I know we have some other people that have messaged Brenda that are going to be joining or coming back because they had FOMO and they've missed us, so they're coming back. So again, thank you so much for tonight. I know we went over, but I think you got lots of ideas for packaging and little treat things. So Brenda's going to say,
Fiona's already made the bag.
Well, that's not what I thought she was going to say, but Brenda's going to say,
talk about an overachiever.
Go do something fun for yourself this week.
All right. See you guys.